Hey guys, this is Warrior Craft with Survival Bug Out Belt Part 4. I'm sorry that I've looked some of the videos and have seen that the volume is a bit low on some and sometimes I've been mumbling and I made a lot of mistakes. In some videos I referred to a single action revolver as a single hand revolver, I think. I was pretty tired and I just rushed into these videos because I wanted to finish them. I didn't want to do them forever. I've done a few before, but I never finished them, and I just wanted to get it out and done, finished. And I'm too lazy to go back and make all the corrections now. So read the descriptions. If I mess something up, point it out. Feel free to point out. I'm not perfect. I'm only human. I know I messed up a lot of stuff some stuff that I said. Most of the things I said, I knew what I was talking about. I wasn't that tired, but I messed up. For example, that single-handed, that's what it said, revolver instead of single action. I'm a big fan of single action revolvers, and so I actually have the gunslinger glove for it. That's what I was talking about. That I have other gloves. But moving on, we're gonna do the last part. I've repacked since I did the last video. We're gonna do the inside, the big pocket of this kit. I'm gonna try to stay in camera the whole time. Alright, so starting right off, we got two chemical lights. 30 meter, it says high brightness, whatever. You just rip it open, it has two little lights in here, you crack them open. I think they're for fishing. You can drop them inside water, supposedly, to see if there's anything in there, but they're good, they're light. They come in handy. If all my batteries die and all my flashlights die, everything dies, I still have these two guys. It's not in camera, put them there. These two guys I can rely on. And this is my, just by the way, this is my EDC. I put it on there so you can see. I would always have this on me, with this either inside the bag or attached on my belt, and I would pick this guy up and I would be ready for a lot of contingencies. Not everything. You can never be ready for everything, no matter how trained you are. And just having gear is not enough. You gotta know how to use that gear, and you gotta have skills other than just gear and survival skills. You gotta be. And I talked about all of this in my Warrior Craft introduction video. So yeah, you gotta be able to run, you gotta be strong, you gotta be, depending on what you want to do, why you have this, you gotta be able to take your gear and to use it, and you have the mentality. But I'm getting off subject again. Electrical tape, good for thousands of reasons. It's very sticky. Duct tape is really expensive where I live, so I don't have any duct tape here. I have it in my other kit. MP3 player also runs on AAA batteries. Works a long time. I think you can listen to 48 hours of music on here. It's 2 gigabytes, so I can fit a lot of music in here. And it's got a FM radio and a microwave, and it's a recorder, voice recorder. So yeah, cheap Chinese digital MP3 player. I can charge it anywhere as long as I have batteries, and I carry a lot of batteries. Small pen light. It's a pen also. These are one-time use, basically. You use them and then you throw them away. They were really, really cheap. I got a bunch of these. Small booklet thing where I can take notes, I can write things down, I can rip it off, leave it somewhere if I need to message someone. I prefer it to Post-its because they get sticky and they stick all over the place. Safety matches inside a Ziploc bag. It's not really waterproof, but it's something. Another option for starting fires. Signaling mirror. I just got this at some bank promotion. I didn't buy a fancy, snazzy, really expensive signaling mirror. This one's a little bit more But you can actually use this as a small pharmacy. You can put your medicine in here. You can use it for hygiene purposes. You could, I guess, maybe even start a fire with it if you tried hard enough. But its primary purpose is as a signaling mirror. More chopstick. And that's not good chopstick, that's crappy chopstick. Now here's a bundle of cords, and there's some zip ties in here. There's some more zip ties there. This is something similar to paracord. I don't know if you can see it. This thing here. It looks like a shoelace, but it is actually paracord. It's just not military grade, but hardware store grade. But that stuff's kind of expensive, so I'm not a really big fan of paying too much money. Some of that nylon cord, and this is already this is much thinner, much thinner, and you can unbraid these into even thinner. As you can see, it can be as thin as that, or it can be like that. Phosphorus green shoelace, just in case I need to mark something. I can cut into little pieces. So I can have a marker if I get lost. If I'm going into unknown territory, unknown woods, I can leave that tied behind to find my way. And this is just some natural, old school cord. It's 100% biodegradable. It's actually really strong, and that was dirt cheap. And I have so much of it. I use that for camp making also, for clothing, for hanging stuff. Uh, I use a lot of cord, a lot of rope, so it comes in handy for me to have this much. You, once again, make your own call how much you need and what you need. Another flashlight, this one doesn't have batteries in it, but it's also AAA. It doesn't have batteries in it because I don't use this one that much. It's pretty bright. It's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 LEDs, and I have batteries for it in there. All of my gear in here is AAA battery. That makes it easier for the batteries that I have to put in here. I don't have to think, oh, which batteries go in where, how many I need. Regular tape, just one of those hunch items. More paper with 2 more pens and an extra, completely off camera. More paper with, this is a bunch of paper in here. This is for leaving notes, leaving on walls, making maybe small maps, plans, whatever you need. I also like to draw and record things when I'm out exploring. I do urban exploring, and I do hiking a lot, camping. And I'll take this with me. But I haven't I haven't been active in the outdoors lately. I've been busy. But yeah, so you got that, and another pen. That's my alarm. Sorry about that. Yeah, so in the end, you can use this to start a fire. If it's too heavy, it's not heavy at all, but you can always leave it behind because I have more pens that I can use. And this is a fishing kit. I have some fishing line. I think it's 10 pound test. It's I'm not gonna open it because I'm lazy right now and I want to get through this. You have some sinkers. You have some big hooks. You can also use this for sewing wounds or your kit. I have a big needle. There's a bunch of small hooks. Some really big hooks up here. Although this line won't hold any bigger fish. I have another line in my other kit. I have more fishing foil, which will hold. But this is my primary bug out fishing kit, and with this, you could get a lot of fish if you find a place where there are fish. Of course, you can't catch fish in a stream or a lake where there is no fish. It's not gonna happen. I've watched some guy on Discovery Channel. There's surviving alone in the wild or whatever. He had great gear. Had a lot of stuff. I mean, he had electric fence against bear protection. The guy was starving and dying. It was basically watching him die slowly. and he had great gear, but he was fishing in a lake where slowly there was no more fish, and then he moved locations, and the guy wasn't very good at surviving alone in the wild. Let's just put it like that. So yeah, even having great gear and knowing how to fish and all won't help if you don't have all the other skills, if you don't have the mental toughness. And I'll talk about that more. So yeah, big fishing kit, tissue, toilet paper, bleeds. It has millions of uses. TP is very important, very, very important. Without it, you need a lot of water to clean up. I won't get into that now. Spoon, you can always use a spoon. Another block, which is, I'd say, 1/8 waterproof. I can put it in a bag. It comes with a attached pen to it, which broke. Small scissors, also nothing extremely strong or good or special. Just, again, just in case. You can use it for a million things. Zippo fluid for all my Zippos in there, and also starting fire. Gives me a lot more capability, and it's light. Okay, I think this is nipple fluid made in China. You don't have to get original Zippo fluid, as long as you get clean burning, normal smelling one, because you can get some Zippo knockoff fluids which are horrible. I tell you this from personal experience. You can use gasoline, kerosene, but all that stuff sucks. You want something either original Zippo fluid or really, really good knockoff, and this is a good knockoff. I've used it a lot. It's a lot cheaper again. Small sponge. You can wash your stuff with it. Also stuff it in a major wound. Use it to dilute stuff. It's good to have a little sponge. There's also, all of this is multi-purpose use things. Nothing here has only one use. Another serrated edge Jinsu type of kitchen knife. It's small, it's decent steel. This thing won't cut to a piece of bread, but you can take a tuna can and cut it in half, no problem. So these knives are weird. Anything soft, you can't really work through it, but something hard, like a can, which they love to do on the infomercial, love to show how easily you can cut through a can. Yeah, L opener, so it's a backup can opener, although you can open a can with any knife. I don't really understand why I even have can openers, to tell you the truth, since I usually use my knife that's on my side to open my cans. A little duct tape on a nail. Yeah, I know. I should have a lot more duct tape in there. Stainless steel chopsticks. They're good for eating, especially fish, uh, bugs. Food is all around. If you don't carry food, especially in a city environment, bugs have more protein pound per pound than beef. You just need chocolate or something really strong to kill the taste of cockroach. More Kleenex, hygiene, TP, nosebleeds, sweating like a pig. Your choice. You could stuff some TP in here, but I chose this because it's lighter and it's more compact. Wet wipes, classic, simple, nothing special, dermatologically tested, blah blah blah. They're not hygiene products, but you want to keep your hands clean and you want to keep your face clean. You don't want to pick up diseases. You want to clean your hands after working, especially before dealing with food. If you don't have water or you're running short on water, and in most emergency and bug situations, you want to have something like this on hand. Little candle, extra shoelace. Your shoelaces break as well. AAA batteries, uh, lithium, some knockoffs, nothing special. 12 of them. It gives me a little bit of durability with my gear. I thought it had more batteries. batteries in here, but I guess I used them all up. And the double A battery, which is for I don't know what. And that's everything in here, guys. That is my primary survival bug out belt. Now in the next video, I will do the health kit, first aid kit, and my EDC, because those come together. My EDC is always on me, and this first aid kit is either in the EDC, where 90% of the time it is, unless I'm going out for dinner or somewhere where I can't carry it and I have to leave everything in my car. Then instead, if I'm going by my car, I'll carry this big boy here, hidden in the back, so I won't carry that little one. I'll leave it at home with this one. And yeah, that was. If you think of anything that I forgot, but please let me know. This, although I say it's my primary bug out, usually I have my office bag with me, which has tarps and sleeping material in it, but we will cover all of that later. And I will see you guys in part 5.